I started this one on the 20th, and it was looking at Princetown, which is a village in Dartmoor and has its origin in around 1785, and it was called Princetown after the Prince of Wales. It's the site of Dartmoor Prison, which was used to house some prisoners in the Napoleonic War and the American Civil War. The Plume of Feathers Inn was established in about 1785, and you can still get a nice lunch there. There was an inn called the Devil's Elbow, and there's a footpath here that leads to Nuns Cross. There's an association with Arthur Conan Doyle's Hound of the Baskervilles, which he wrote following a stay at the Duchy Hotel in Princetown. What I kind of see here is lots of figures that look a bit like rocks, that are also people surrounded by like green and some light, and then a female figure sort of top right. Whether that relates to Nun or Nuns Cross, because along that walk towards Nuns Cross are some sort of rocky prominences there. There's also a church of St. Michael in the town, Saint Michel. I thought this looked like somebody resting on a rock, but also carrying a cross. The figure below them, or actually two figures below them, almost supporting them. And again, I wonder if that relates to this idea of Nun's Cross. When I turn the picture around on its side, I can see a face here at the bottom as well, next to that seated figure. And there's kind of like a letter A sort of on the forehead. Turn around the other way, that A is on top of this figure that's kind of down near the bottom of the floor, next to like a triangular shape, which is also a bit like an A or a lambda. Kind of above that, like the standing figure that almost looks a bit like the all-seeing eye, but it also looks like it's got a smiley face. There's a bunch of figures off to the left-hand side. Some look like they've got cloaks like over their head. There's actually like a letter S in the cloak of one about halfway up the picture. To the left of the A, I can see this sort of ethereal figure with a bit of green coming through, and a smaller figure below that could represent this idea of a nun, possibly like a lizard up above, both of them. Sort of to the top of the picture, what that female figure is aiming at with this green light, this Darth Vader type figure, a term which means dark father. And bottom left, I kind of see this figure with a mask. The robes kind of look a bit like there's perhaps a hare or rabbit on the left-hand side. It could be the beak of a bird, and maybe the statue of a female figure, green under his chin. I haven't shown all the photos because I would run out of time, but on the right-hand side there's also a green figure underneath the head, that female that we see. It's like someone hiding in a cave. And a figure to the right, that letter A, looks like it's got green hair. I will look into the mythology of the place a little bit more, because I'm sure there's more to uncover. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe.